Hello, it's Abigail of Ground and Grow Yoga, and today's practice is going to be a stretch for your legs. If you do not have a strap, grab a belt or a towel, and let's get started. To start, we're going to be sitting up, and if you have your strap, we'll release one foot and then put the strap around the other foot. If you don't have a strap, you could use a towel or a blanket or a belt. So we're going to put it around one foot, and then we're going to just point the foot and pull back. So you're going to feel this through your foot, but you'll also feel your calf muscle engage here. And as you do this, just breathe. So we're checking in with the body, but also getting a stretch, waking up through the leg. Noticing how you're feeling. Good, and then take both ends to one hand, so the opposite hand, and then pull your foot towards the side. And you're going to feel that through your ankle and up through the side of the leg here. Sitting up nice and tall. And then release, and we'll switch. So the other foot goes in, and we point the foot. As far as pulling on it, you just want medium pressure here, so we're not yanking it towards ourselves. Just holding it so it's kind of taut. That'll be different too with a towel or a blanket. And then the toes go to the side, flex the foot. You'll feel it through the ankle and through the calf. Good. Release, bend the knees and scoot forward and come to lay down on your back. Leaving the left leg bent, we're going to put the strap around the right foot and start to extend it towards the ceiling. So it's okay if the knee is bent here. You're just going to feel it in different areas of the leg depending where you're tight. So you are able to bend the knee. If you bend the knee, I would try to bring the thigh closer to the chest here. So you're getting a stretch through the back leg of the leg and the hip here. Or you're straightening the knee, reaching towards the ceiling, and we're getting a stretch through the calf and the back of the leg. Breathing here. Relaxing the rest of the body. The only thing that's working here is the leg. And this should feel really nice if you've been either on your feet all day or sitting all day, to have the gravity working in the opposite direction here. And then grabbing the strap with the other hand, we're going to pull the leg slightly across the body. You are going to feel it pretty quickly turn on. We're stretching the IT band here. So we're not trying to carry it all the way across the body, because then you'll stop feeling it in the IT band. We really just want to bring it to that place where you feel it turn on through the outside of the leg here. And you want to make sure that your low back stays on the ground. So this is really nice because it's hard to stretch the IT band in a lot of our other yoga postures because it is such a kind of an intricate place to try to get into. And then from here, we'll bring it back up, release the left leg down, and then bring it all the way across the body. So you're going to feel this through that outer hip. And we're also getting a twist here in the low back. You can release the strap or towel. Slowly bend the knee and bring it back up. And then we're going to bring it out to the other side. So for here, you want to keep the bottom leg long if you want more of a stretch, or you can bring it bent again. And then we're opening it up, and you can use the arm here to kind of support the leg to whatever degree you want. So if you have the arm in here, we don't have a lot of control over the leg, but if you move the elbow out, we can control where the leg is here. And this, we're getting a stretch in the inner thigh and groin area, as well as still in the hip. And we want to make sure that this hip stays anchored to the ground. If at any point this feels like too much of a stretch, you can bend the knee, or you can just bring the leg up more. Breathing here. Bend the knee and bring it back up towards center. Straighten that bottom leg again if you bent it. And then we're going to turn onto our side. So we're turning the body to come onto the side here. And then twist just the upper body so we come to lay on our stomach. So my knee is still bent out to the side. I'm in this kind of half frog position here. So still working on opening up that hip, but now we're using gravity in the opposite direction. If this feels intense on the low back, bring the knee down more so the feet come down further. Good. Release the leg. Turn back onto the back. And we'll repeat this to the other side. So right leg is bent. Left leg comes into the strap and up towards the sky. Again, it's okay to bend the knee, but if you do, you probably want to bring the leg in closer to the chest so that you feel it through the back of the thigh here. Otherwise, we're reaching the leg up towards the ceiling and feeling it through the whole back side of the leg. As far as pulling on it, I'm not really pulling on it. I'm just kind of keeping it straight here. If you pull it too much towards the face, you're going to get more and more of a stretch through the back. So be careful not to pull anything that way. Remembering to breathe. Grab the strap with the opposite arm. Bring it slightly over the body just till you feel the IT band turn on here. And a nice stretch through the outside of the leg. Bend the knee of the lifted leg, straighten the other leg, and allow the leg to fall over the body, getting a stretch through the outside of the hip. Releasing the strap. Noticing if this side feels different than the other side. Good. Come back over, either leaving the leg extended or bending it. We're going to open the leg out towards the side. Again, remember you can use the elbow here to help guide the leg. Really stretching through that inner thigh. And allowing gravity to work on the leg. Good, bring it back up, straighten the leg, and then bring it over the body, turning onto the stomach to come into our half frog position here. So again, you can intensify or lessen the stretch depending where you bring the knee. Breathing here. This time, instead of coming back onto the back, we're going to press up and bring our other knee up as well. Toes come together, knees come wide, and we come down into our child's pose. Because we're working on the legs, definitely feel free to bend the elbows and bring the fingertips together here. to just focus on sending the tailbone back and getting a stretch through the hips and groin. Really relaxing the upper body. And then either staying here or we can get in a nice low lunge here. If you're needing that stretch through the psoas, this is really the best way to get that for the front of the leg here. So you can either stay in child's pose, and we'll be back there in just a minute, or you can get a stretch here through the psoas by coming into low lunge. If you are in low lunge, switch. Make sure you get both sides. And then we'll all meet back in child's pose. From child's pose, walk the hands up, bring the knees together, and we'll come to sit back. So you have a couple options here. You can either curl the toes under and get a stretch in the toes, or through the back of the toes, or you can rock back on the top of the toes to get a stretch there. Or you can just come to sit here, getting a stretch through the top of the toes and the ankles as we just put a little bit of weight into it. So whatever you're feeling today. Again, toes curled under, using the hands to walk back and lift the knees, or just sitting back. To end, we're going to do legs up the wall. If you do not have a wall, a chair or a couch, something low that you can put your legs on works. Or you can just send the legs up towards the sky. This obviously just requires more work in the core and the glutes. But you're still getting the effect of coming into this inversion. If you do have the wall, you might want the legs straight up and down. You can work on moving closer to the wall. You might also bend the knees, come into a variation like this, or you could bring the legs out wide on the wall. But I just like the traditional up and down. Allow the eyes to close. Really settling in for our final posture. Noticing how the legs feel. whether they feel strengthened or lengthened, whether they feel less tight. Just noticing any feeling of restlessness. This position is great if you have restless legs and are having trouble sleeping or relaxing. This is a great position to relieve that. But really relax into the posture, and you'll hear my voice again in a few minutes. Slowly release the legs, using your hands to press you up to a seated position. Maybe coming to cross-legged, maybe bringing the feet together. Take a deep inhale in and sigh it out. Inhale in, sigh it out. And again, inhale in, sigh it out. Hands come together at heart center. Thank you for taking this time for yourself, and thank you for taking this time with me. Namaste. If you would like to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comments. Also, please subscribe. Subscribers allow me to continue to make this free content. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.